NCIS Origins introduced a young version of Tobias Fornell, played by Lucas Dixon, in Episode 6. This character's backstory was previously unexplored in the main NCIS series, where Fornell, Joe Spano, had a long-standing relationship with Gibbs, Mark Harmon. The prequel's portrayal of young Fornell offers a chance to delve into their early interactions. The show's co-showrunner, David J. North, praised Dixon's performance, noting that he captured Fornell's look and mannerisms perfectly. There is interest in bringing young Fornell back, and possibly introducing other young versions of NCIS characters in future episodes, though these plans are being kept secret. Why NCIS Origins introduced young Fornell? Will other young versions of franchise characters appear? The character of Tobias Fornell, played by Joe Spano, was part of the very first episode of NCIS, but without a history with any of the team then. That was retconned as Spano kept appearing, with Fornell and Mark Harmon's Gibbs ending up going way back. And so the prequel, NCIS Origins, has a rich history with which to play with Austin Stoll's Gibbs and the young Fornell, Lucas Dixon, who has now been introduced. It's a relationship Stoll wants to explore. Dixon appeared in Episode 6 when Franks, Kyle Schmid, and Wheeler, Patrick Fischler, met with an FBI agent for intel on a case. That agent called over Tobias to share what he'd found, which the young man did while snacking on tacos, much to Frank's annoyance. He also rubbed Franks the wrong way for not thinking of the obvious fact that just because their person of interest had an alibi for a murder didn't mean he wasn't potentially buying intel from the killer. Fornell's such an interesting character, and of course the original Fornell played by Joe Spano, who I just adore, Gina, Lucida Monreal, and I both really think it's poetic that Fornell appeared in the pilot of what was then Navy NCIS, Yankee White, and to bring him in early I think was really a no-brainer, co-showrunner David J. North tells TV Insider. What helped seal the deal? When we found an actor that we just thought had Joe's look and mannerisms down perfect. Will Dixon return as Tobias? And what will we see between him and Gibbs, since there is that backstory to explore? We would love to see young Fornell come back, says North. And stay tuned. That might be happening sooner rather than later. There are quite a few other characters across the NCIS shows whose younger versions could show up on the prequel. All North would say is that we possibly will see others this season. I don't want to give anything away with that. We really wanted to keep it secret about young Fornell appearing, and I think it was better that we did that, he explains. People were really surprised. But I definitely saw on the internet there was a lot of talk after Episode 6. So we want to hold those, keep those close to the vest.